Guys, it's Asa Marie with my crazy beautiful mess, and today I wanted to talk about life coaching and what a life coach / accountability coach kind of does. To go about becoming a life coach, there's so many different ways that you can do it, so really that's up to you. But I'm just gonna go over right now like the basics of what I do with my clients. So right now it's just like a part-time thing I do that's just kind of like, I don't know, just like a little side hustle that I like. I have 7 people that I work with, so not like too many, but like it's enough where like my Sundays are so busy. Like it's one of my busiest days in the week because that's kind of when I meet with most of my clients. And then we also, every other Sunday, we have a group where it's the 8 of us all talking together kind of, or like whoever can make it that week. So if you were to like be my client, I guess like what I do is I just say like, what do you want? If you could have everything happen for you and you could have your ideal life, what does your ideal life look like? And then they tell me. We go over that, and so then I get like, basically this is like a baseline appointment, like just to figure out everything. And so these are like the longest initial calls. Then I ask them like their 5-year goal plans. So like in 1 year, what do they want? In 3 years, what do they want? And in 5 years, like what do they want? And I tell them like by the end of this year, your 5-year goals are going to be completely different again. So just like take it with a grain of salt, but this is like kind of like your path that they want. Then I go over 7 main areas of life that like if we were to optimize those areas in our life, we can have our ideal life, like our dream life. So we go over like family, relationships, spirituality and religion, health, finance, education, and just growth are like the main areas that I work on in people's life. Yeah, I have very different clients with very different goals. So for one of my clients' goals, her goal is to get out of debt this year, to finish school because she has, I think, 2 years left of college. She has a daughter, so her goals are to like take her daughter to like travel once the pandemic's over, and so to like save up money for that. So that is like one client's like main goals. With each person we have main goals, so we have 3 main goals for the year, and we have like our 7 areas of life, and we have like mini goals in there. And one of her other goals is to gain 20 pounds this year. So we know like how many more calories she needs to eat a day. If like she needs, if say she has $5,000 in debt, that's not her actual number, but like let's just say that her number is actually less than that. But if it was $5,000, then that means that you would have to be saving, say you started in January, because that's like when I start. So you have 12 months to do it, and that's like $420 a month that they need to save. And so you go over that, you say, so that means weekly you have to put aside this, or like if they are like bi-weekly paychecks, like you have to put aside like $205 to $210 like each paycheck basically. And so we go over like ways to make their goals happen, and like we really run numbers and track a lot of things. The thing like with coaching is you figure out like what people need to like get to where they want. And so you are just like, okay, so this is like how Darren Hardy, who is this amazing motivational speaker and entrepreneur and just like a really successful man, he said that what people need in life is a jig. And so like when you see like carpenters like cutting a ton of boards, like do they like draw a line and cut each board individually? No, they like mark them, get a jig, put it in line, and then that like guides the saw so they can cut them all the same length, and it's a lot easier, just like keeps you on track. So basically as a life coach, you are the jig, you are keeping people on track, keeping them in line, and figuring out the quickest way from point A to point B without like having all these like zigzags as you're trying to go from like here to like here to like, wait, I needed to do that and then this and then this. Because most of us, like if we were just like me included, if we were to just try to get like our goals done without like looking at a picture of it, like we are like going to have this like dream catcher like a rope if we were to like go from how we live our life. That's like how it would be. And so if you have someone who is like, okay, like to get here we need one line, this and this, that's like kind of what you're doing for people. For my one client, like his goals are usually, I'm like, okay, like you need to slow down, you need to put on the brakes. And that's not typically what I tell people. Like typically I'm like pushing people to do more. And for him, like he needs someone to pull him back. And so that is like just like the total like unique and individuality of being a life coach and accountability coach, is that you need to do what the person wants from you. And so everyone is going to want kind of different things. Like if people need more help with like the financial side, you're going to be more like on that point. If they need more help with like slowing down, like you're going to pull them in. So yeah, basically that's like what I do as a life coach or accountability coach, and it's like really rewarding and really fun, and the group that I have is just amazing. I mean, like everyone has the potential to go so far in life and to do really well. It's just like a lot of us are held back by fear or like just uncertainty of what people are going to think about us or think. And so to have someone in your life who just holds you accountable, who mentors you, who helps you figure out the quickest way from point A to B. Like I have a binder with like tabs for each person I work with, and in there like I have their goals, I have what they want in life, I have what they need from me in it. Like I have all of this stuff. And then when we do like our group sessions, they're really cool and really rewarding. So a lot of my clients like the group talks more than our talks because they're just more fun and light. And so since it is kind of like a little group, like it's individualized, like I don't have people talk about their goals like in the group really, like if they don't want to, or like almost everyone in my group has like financial goals and health goals. Those are like the two most common goals you're gonna have people wanting to work towards. So we do like group projects or group assignments. Like I hate calling them assignments though, because like I feel like it's like homework, and who wants homework? But they're just like our weekly tasks is kind of what I call them, I guess. First weekly task was to, out of their 3 goals, like they needed to make 3 actionable plans that they can do each week to like get closer to that goal. So for example, I'll just use myself. One of my goals is to pass this CFP, which is to become a certified financial planner, just because I want to have that like under my name too, I guess. I don't know, but it's a really hard exam. Like the pass rate is like 40 to 60%, so it's hard. So for that, like each week I need to like study for like 5 hours. I need to like do the classes, finish the quizzes, like everything like that. So like those would be like my 3 like it would be like, so if I were to have 3 actionable things a week, it would be to like keep up with notes and highlighting, study my like workbook that is like practice CFP questions, basically like get through that like 2 hours a week or so, and then study for like 3 hours a week. So those would be like 3 things a week I can do to get closer to taking the test and passing it. So that was like their first like assignment, I guess. Then after our next group one, their assignment was to, for February, was to start tracking expenses, because if you want to make a budget, if you want to stick to a budget, you have to know where your money is going and what, like how much is coming in. So it's just to track their income and spending, basically, which is really hard and tough. Then the last one, I think we've had a couple others in between, but like, so for this week, like a couple of the people that I'm working with have been saying this week has been really tough mentally. Like life is really hard right now. Things are not going well. Like life is just like heavy. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I think right now so many people are like stuck and feel stuck because of COVID. It's like you can't just go travel wherever. You can't do whatever you want. You can't go to concerts anymore. You can't like dine into any restaurant. You can't meet friends at the movies. You can't meet friends at the mall. You can't, I mean, you can do some of these things some places. I'm not saying you can't do any of these ever, but like it's harder to do all this stuff. And then a lot of people are like not wanting to do stuff just because of safety, which completely makes sense. And so I feel like it's just making everyone kind of low, along with it being winter. Like winter is hard, and I live in the Midwest, so my clients all live in the Midwest. Besides, like one of my clients is in Mexico right now because he is lucky visiting family and just chilling for a while because of COVID. So he's lucky. And they know like everything about it. Like it's just, you need to track your spending for a few months to be able to like figure out budgets. And so if any of you guys out there are needing positivity in your life, seriously do a Thanksgiving gratitude like journal where you're just like appreciative of someone. And so yeah, so I don't know if this is like really like helped, but this is like what I do with life coaching and accountability mentorship. Yeah, that's like how I do it. Everyone does things a little bit differently, and it is kind of like individualized. And like during COVID, I feel like it is a pretty good time. Like if you guys want to jump in, like jump in. It's rewarding, and it will make your life seem like, I don't know, like it just like gives you like a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and I love it. Like it's one of my favorite things that I do in the week. And yeah, like it does take a decent amount of time, so like don't go into it thinking you can put like an hour into this and you'll be good. Like I think I put probably like 6 to 10 hours a week in my coaching, because like I have 7 people. I talk to them, go over goals. We get sidetracked and talk about other things. I don't really have limits on time with people. If you want, you can say like you have half an hour once a week, you have an hour once a week, whatever it is. And then like our group calls, we try to make about an hour, but they're sometimes like an hour and a half. If anyone was curious about what it is like to be a life coach or a accountability mentor, and you can like, honestly, if you don't want to have like life coach, I feel like is more of like a title, like it's more work. If you want to start, like you can start by being an accountability mentor, and you can just like mentor a couple of your friends and just have fun with it, see how it goes, like see what works for you. This is what works for me, and I'm constantly changing stuff too. Like at one point I was like, we should do partners, and like I'll partner you guys up and you can have like 2 accountability people. So like I'll meet with you once a week, but then during the week you can like keep each other accountable. And that was like a flop. Like it was just too much stress, I think. And I think like with everyone being busy and having different schedules and different jobs, it just was too hard for people to meet. And then it was just frustrating. Like they're like, I messaged my buddy and I didn't hear back, or I messaged them but then like I couldn't message them back when they messaged me. And so I was like, you know what, we're not gonna do that. Maybe like in theory it was good, and maybe we'll come back to that at a different point, but like for now it's too new. Like it's only a couple months in for us, and so it's just, you have to be flexible, you have to change things up, you have to be okay with saying I was wrong. Like I was wrong, guys, and saying we should do the buddy thing, that didn't work, so we're gonna go in this direction. And that's okay. Like people are not gonna be mad at you for that. People are not like if this is something you want to do, just do it. Just jump into it. Like figure out what you need to do. If you need to like get licensed, if you want like more like experience, if you want like retreats on workshops on how to do it, if you want like whatever it is you want. There's so many books out there. Right now there's a lot of virtual events and things where you can get experience. There's just like try it with yourself too. Like hold yourself accountable to things, make your goals, figure out what you want in life. Like a lot of it is just knowing, like if you are good at figuring out how to get from A to B yourself, like that is going to help you expedite other people's progresses. If you notice like people come to you for advice a lot, if you notice people like just want to hear what you say, like you're wise, if people like want to be you, like all of these things would make you an amazing life coach or accountability coach. And like I said, accountability coach is a lot easier. Accountability mentor, like that title, like you don't even need a license to be an accountability mentor. Like you seriously could get like a group of friends, maybe like say 3 people, and go over what they want in their life, what their goals are, what they want to accomplish in 2021, and then you can just work with them just to get like comfortable yourself before you like put it out there, before you start like getting the licensing. Just see if it's something you even like to do and want to do, because it does take more time than people think, and you're kind of in charge of helping someone in their life, so you don't want to be like a flop. Like you don't want to just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and then not know how to do it, if that makes sense. right? But anyway, thank you guys for watching my crazy beautiful life. Again, my name is Aza Marie. If you guys want to become a part of this messy family, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I hope this was helpful. This is just my process and my plan to be a life coach, like how I am a life coach and accountability mentor, and like what I go over with my people. But like for me, I like to take a holistic approach and look at like the whole picture, the whole life. Like if people are like meeting their goals but they are depressed as like anything, like that is not a healthy self or a healthy mind, a healthy body. Like you need a whole like being of like goodness and wellness to like really fulfill your life. So this is just my take on it. Again, my name is Aza Marie. Thank you guys for watching my crazy beautiful mess. Thumbs up if you like the content. Bye guys.